Welcome to week 4 of Brownie Week, and we are ending Brownie Month with a classic flavor combination, chocolate and peanut butter. Now these peanut butter brownies have a chewy, fudgy brownie layer, and then there are spoonfuls of creamy peanut butter swirled throughout the brownie. You're gonna love them. Now, if you missed any of the brownie recipes this month, I'm gonna link to them up here, and there will also be links to those videos in the descriptions down below. There's been some good ones, so don't miss them. And if there is a recipe you'd like to see in small batch form, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. So like our other small batch brownie recipes, we're gonna use a 9x5 loaf pan, and I have lined it with my little parchment sling right here. I'm gonna link to the video up above where I show you how to cut it if you haven't seen that yet. Works great, makes it super easy to remove our brownies, but as always, if you don't have parchment paper, go ahead and spray it with some non-stick cooking spray. All right. For our brownies, we are gonna start with butter. I am using salted butter. If you're using unsalted butter, when we add in some salt, just add another pinch of salt in. We're going to go ahead, and I'm gonna use the microwave today. You can totally do this on the stovetop if you don't have a microwave. Just in a small saucepan, you are gonna melt a half of a cup of butter. I'm gonna do it in a microwave safe bowl in the microwave. All right, got my butter melted here, and into that, I am going to add a half of a cup of chocolate chips. Now, I'm using semi-sweet chocolate chips. You can use dark chocolate chips if you prefer. We'll just add that in. I'm gonna grab my spoon, here it is. And then we just wanna stir that, of course, until the chocolate melts. If you find that your butter is not totally melting your chocolate, just go ahead and zap it in the microwave for another couple seconds or whatever, or put it back on the stove top. But I find that just a couple stirs and it will melt that chocolate really well. All right, we're gonna set our chocolate aside. I'm gonna grab another bowl. We wanna let that cool for just a little bit because we're gonna be adding some egg in it. We wanna make sure we don't cook the egg. So let's go ahead and we're gonna add in our flour. I am gonna use a half of a cup. I like to fluff it, scoop, and just take a knife, scrape off the top. So a half of a cup and then 2 tablespoons. I am using unbleached all-purpose flour. I often get asked in the comments on my videos if you can make this gluten-free. And people tell me that I have not tried it, but that all the recipes of mine that they have tried, if they replace the all-purpose flour with cup for cup gluten-free flour, they work just fine. So yes, you can make it gluten-free. Just go ahead and use your the cup for cup gluten-free flour. All right, and then we're gonna add in a 1/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then just go ahead and mix that together. Our chocolate mixture has cooled down to room temperature, and we are ready to add our sugar in. We're gonna put in a half of a cup of granulated sugar, and then also a half of a cup of brown sugar. Stir that a bit, and then we're gonna add in 1 egg. And I just got egg yolk. I did a really bad job of cracking that egg. And then a half of a teaspoon of vanilla. Go ahead and mix that all up. And then we are ready to combine our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients. And now we just want to stir this just until all that flour, all that dry ingredients are incorporated. You don't want to overstir mixed brownies. It causes them to be a little tough, can cause your brownies to fall. So just until it's all mixed together. And that's one reason why I have to say with these small batch recipes, I like to mix them by hand because you have a much less tendency to overmix batter when you're doing it by hand than if you have it in a mixer, like a stand mixer, or using an electric hand mixer. Now, to give these brownies even more chocolatey goodness, we're gonna take another half of a cup of chocolate chips. And you could also, at this point, if you want some maybe chopped peanuts in it as well as the peanut butter, you could add those in right now too. We're just gonna mix in that half a cup of chocolate chips. And then we're ready just to put the batter into our loaf pan. And then we're gonna take our little offset spatula and spread our brownie into the pan. Now we are ready for our peanut butter. And we're gonna I am using creamy peanut butter. It's what I prefer in these. I like Jif creamy peanut butter. If all you have is crunchy, I'm sure that will work too. I just find that in baking, the creamy works better, especially if the natural peanut butters that tend to separate. They get a little, I found a little grainier when I bake with them. So I do like using just the regular creamy peanut butter. And so I'm gonna take a spoon and we're just gonna drop it, probably about teaspoon size, over the top of the brownie batter. If you prefer, you could always bake this with some almond butter. It would be yummy with cookie butter, something like that. Even Nutella would be delicious. And for our final step in these brownies, we're just gonna take a knife and we're gonna swirl that peanut butter into the brownie batter. Now we just want to, don't want to over swirl it. And so just take your knife and move it. I just like to move it back and forth through the brownie batter. We are gonna bake these at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes until they're set and not jiggly in the middle. If you like a fudgy or gooier brownie, do it on the lower end at the 25-minute. So our peanut butter brownies are done. We're gonna lift them. Just grab that parchment paper, lifts it right out. I have let them cool and we are ready to slice of these peanut butter brownies. Now, you saw how quick and easy these were to make. It is such a quick and fast way to satisfy any chocolate peanut butter craving you might have. You can cut these into 4 pieces. You can cut them into 8, however many you like. Let me show you. See that layer of peanut butter in there? So good. They're nice and fudgy and chewy in the middle. You can make them as fudgy and chewy as you like. Like I said, bake them a little longer if you want them a little less chewy. Those yummy chocolate chips in there give you that extra little chocolate goodness. These are so good. Perfect way to end our brownie month here on Small Batch Big Taste. I've got another fun month of recipes planned for you after this, so make sure you come back next week to find out what that is. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen, and I'll see you in the next video.